Hello and welcome to another episode of No Load Time. My name is Obed Velez, and with me, the most interesting man in the world, Joel Young.
What's good? No load time. Obed, pleasure to be with you here. We're back for another episode.
Great to be here, sir. Nothing happened last week. I guess there's
I
not
know.
much that we're gonna talk about today.
Well,
It
my
always
goodness.
happens, man. It's like no, like we're gonna stream this week because not much
Right.
happened, and then the next day, like earth shattering stuff. Boom, there you go. So yeah, pretty insane stuff happening. Joel, can you want to take a look at the stream real quick on YouTube just to make sure that we're
We
good?
we're looking good.
We're cooking. Okay.
I think audio is the only thing that I can't hear right now. Nope, I hear it. I
You
hear it.
got,
We're
you got,
fine.
okay. Cool. Yeah. For some reason,
Yeah, we're looking
it
good.
wasn't refreshing on my end. So okay, cool. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I think in general, this is that holiday rush where everybody's trying to do their things, do their shopping, do their fun parties and whatever. And I've been doing all that good stuff. The house decorated, nothing in the back of the show here to show, but the rest of the crib is.
Yeah.
Um, but making plans for different things. I've already got tickets reserved for IMAX for Avatar: Fire and Ash. So when we come back from our
You got
hiatus,
IMAX
essentially,
tickets for
I
the
did.
Avengers trailer.
Avengers. So that's a cool one,
for the
right? Like
for the Avengers
you're
trailer.
gonna see
Yeah.
Avengers. That's what
Yeah.
everybody wants to see, right?
No,
Like
no,
that's the
saying,
big
but
one.
I'm saying that the you got tickets
Your
to see
tickets are for it.
to
Yeah.
see the trailer. Yeah.
Right, 100%. But there's also a second thing that's coming out with it that I don't know if you've seen, which is also I don't know that it's going to be in my showing. I'm trying to find out.
Okay.
But in certain IMAX showings, or I don't know if it's all of them, they're going to also have a 6-minute prologue for the Odyssey, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey,
Oh, okay.
playing as well. Which, if Avatar: Fire and Ash wasn't already going to be long enough a movie, you get 6 minutes extra
Man,
of,
dude,
of that thing. So it's going to be like a 4-hour
I
experience.
like my curiosity peaked on that one. I'm a sucker for
Yeah.
all that like ancient Greece stuff movies.
Yeah.
Like I love like those like Troy and like 300 and all this. Yeah, man, I love that stuff. So and especially like with the Odyssey being like this quintessential like work of literature that is
One of
everyone's
the
read it.
best.
If you
Yeah.
go to college, you will read it. Basically, like there's no going around it.
Yes, yes.
So, um, I'm very interested to see what's up with that. I've seen stills. I don't think they've released any footage, right? Only stills.
Yeah, only stills.
Yeah.
No, excuse me. There was some footage. I don't know what was the movie that that there was a trailer part released with, but it had Holland and Bernthal talking, and he's talking about Odysseus, and some say he's this, and some say
Mm,
he's that, and whatever. And it's like you see a little bit of like a ship with the ocean, but there's not much more than just you get like a glimpse of maybe the stylization, which is separate from what you get in the other pictures as well that's been released. But
gotcha.
this 6-minute prologue, there's been, I think it's already been shown other places from what I've heard, and has had some rave reactions already. So I'm very excited to see, like, yes, Avengers, which we'll get it online. We'll get the
Right.
Avengers one online before, which would be cool to see it on a really big screen
There were
too. So
rumors
I'm excited for that.
yeah, and there were rumors that was gonna drop like today, right?
And
It got
I don't know
delayed.
why people were saying, when every time I saw it, I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm telling you
Mm,
right now, this thing's probably going to come out on Tuesday.
okay.
That's what I believe. I think it's gonna be Tuesday or Wednesday, because that's usually, so Tuesdays is when new movies usually get pushed into to theater, like show times and things, whatever. And there's something about like the way they update the way the theaters what their programming is. If you even look for tickets sometimes for a movie, if you're doing an advanced showing, if it's not a huge movie or a movie's been out for a minute, usually like the following week it caps off after Tuesday because they start changing like based on financials and things what's being set up. It's a big programming day across the industry.
Got it.
I'm just saying, like, you heard it first on No Load Time. If it drops Tuesday, it's not going to be any later than obviously Thursday, because Thursday's when the movie starts to have early showings in theaters. But I think Tuesday's when it drops.
Got it.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Cool, man. Um, Not much on my end, dude. It's been quiet, like you said. Yeah, prepping for the holidays and doing the last bit of shopping that I had left. I did it this week, and I think we're in good shape. We're good to go. The one thing that I wanted to talk about, man, do I have two things or do I have one thing? I should have written it down. But I do want to say, Joel, I signed up for the open beta for Marvel Tokon, Fighting
Okay.
Souls, and played it for a bit on Saturday, and that game is really good. That game is really, really good, man. So, I they only have, I think, what, 6 characters, something like that, 4 to 6 characters. They had like 6 characters open. Um, I really like that it is. It does feel like an ArcSys game. It feels like Guilty Gear, but it also feels like Marvel vs. Capcom, and it also feels like Dragon Ball Fighters, and
Yeah.
so it feels like a lot of different things, and I really like that. It plays like man, the gameplay butter smooth. It looks really nice. Like oh man, it looks so smooth, and everyone looks so good. The lobby was great. I had no issues with online, no lag, nothing, man. They're ready to roll. Like this team was really, really good. And yeah, man, it was super fun. Like even if you're not, like if you're a Marvel fan, right? Like we are, um, and you want to have a fighting game that is not as technically complex as Marvel vs. Capcom, because Marvel vs. Capcom has a lot of like complexity to it. This one does too, right? But I think the barrier of entry on this one is much lower than with Marvel vs. Capcom. You can button mash your way out of a fight on this one. Really cool, man. Spider-Man plays really, really well. Like he's super fluid and fast, and man, yeah, it's so good. And then my daughter was like, "Pick Miss Marvel," so I had to pick Miss Marvel on the team, and she was really good. Storm, like doing loops, like you can loop combos, man. And I'm telling you, like someone that gets a lot of experience with Storm can probably be like unstoppable in this game. She's really strong. So I played that for a bit on Saturday. We finally finished It Takes Two. That was really good.
Nice,
So
nice.
so we made it all the way to the end. We finished the game. That was great. Then today I get was it today? Today I get a survey from PlayStation about Tokon, and it's like, hey,
They
how's
knew.
your experience with the beta? And here we go. Which characters do you want to see? Which is the first character that you want to see? Of course, is Wolverine, and
Right.
of course it's going to happen, right? And I had to pick. It's like I got to get creative with the characters that I put in here, and not that it's going to matter much, right? Because it's they're going to gather feedback from around the world, and all these people are going to have a not necessarily have a say, but put their opinions in. But I think I put 10 characters. I put Wolverine, Black Panther, Hulk, Cyclops, Magneto, Rogue, Psylocke, um, Venom, and I think that was it. So, yeah. Oh, and Shang-Chi. I had to put Shang-Chi in because I'm going to be rocking Shang-Chi when that game comes out.
Chat, you hearing this?
Chat,
You know what I'm
chat.
saying.
If Shang-Chi, I'm telling you this, dude. Let's do this. I'm gonna say this right now.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
If Shang-Chi's in Tokon, I'm gonna make Shang-Chi my main, and I'm gonna stream it. I'm gonna stream Tokon with Shang-Chi as my main, and I'm gonna get those dollar tips. So,
He'll do it, guys. He'll do it.
yeah,
He's
he'll
the
do
man
it.
of his
He's
word.
man of his word. Hey, so
I know this. Oh boy.
So,
there goes the chat.
but man, overall, I do recommend it, Joel. Like if you would like it, you would like it. It's a super easy. It's like a like I want to say it's like if you it's a really good grab and play a few rounds game and just like say, oh, this is cool, right? It would probably make a really good party game too, because the tagging and all that and versus and passing the controller around. So makes a really good party game. Solid gameplay. It looks phenomenal. I just need to see the full roster. Like at this point, right? It's on my wish list. I just need to see the full roster because I just need to know who's gonna be in it. And yeah, that's about it. Ghost of Yote still phenomenal. Still playing that too. So, getting backlogged there. Because now after that I got Death Stranding. Oh, I bought Marvel Cosmic Invasion. So whenever you get it, we'll play it. We'll do it.
Yeah, together. Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that. I may play with my daughter though, because she's like, oh, we can play.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'm gonna start unlocking those costumes beforehand, and that said, dude, I don't know if you saw the Game Awards are going on. Of course, the Game Awards that always happens on a Thursday when we stream. Dude, I got to pre-order Resident Evil now. Like Resident Evil 9, because it's like there's no going around it. This game looks incredible. So I am very excited for that game now. I am very, very excited for it. So Expedition 33 just won Game of the Year. That was expected. So Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Game of the Year at the Game Awards. Man. Not much happening, but real quick, they showed a trailer or a teaser for Street Fighter.
Oh, please. The floor is yours, bro. This just happened today.
Okay.
Street Fighter the movie.
All right. I think it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. It doesn't particularly look good, but it looks like they're shooting for fun. Yep. So that's the thing. Interestingly enough, I was watching it when the trailer came up. My daughter was here. We were watching it. And she's like, this looks like AI.
Oh shoot!
It's like
it doesn't even look real.
Like, because it doesn't look finished. That's the thing. Like it's I mean, the movie is like 6 months away or whatever. So
very early.
Yeah, and it was like it's like a teaser, so it's not even that. But everyone looks like they're characters, right? Everyone looks the part. That's the thing. Like everyone looks fine. So as long as everyone looks good, except Bison, he looks weird. Bison's played by the dude that played the sticky guy on in Suicide Squad, the second one. What's his name? The guy with the sticky thing, the sticky power that gets eaten. Forgot his name.
Polka dot guy.
Polka dot. Yeah. So he's played by. So he doesn't really look like Bison, but everyone looks fine. 50 Cent's too old to play Balrog, but I'll let it slide. I'm good with that. So, but yeah, man. That was pretty. That's pretty interesting. We shall see. But yeah, like we said, nothing happened, Joe, on Friday. I guess no news. Sir, do you want to do one last one? One last one before we go in?
I mean, we don't know if it's the last one.
Hey.
It's still WB.
You know what? The last one for now, we will rework.
Right.
We will rework the video.
Right.
Let's go. WB, what are you doing? WB, we hardly knew ye. Here's one for you. Joel, what's up, dude? Tell us.
So we have a huge news going on where a offer and gentleman's handshake has happened between Netflix and Warner Brothers for a sale of the studio to Netflix to acquire all of WB and the WB properties, which includes even the WB Interactive games, television, and film division. So this deal is in principle. It is not officially done yet. It is something though that is in the stages of being finalized. So it is much more progress than just them talking. This is not a negotiation. There has been a gentleman's handshake as of December the 5th that has happened with this. It sends shockwaves across everyone because there's a lot of theories on what this fully means. People who have been worried about things like, what does this mean for movie theaters? Is because a lot of WB properties were mostly theater films.
Hmm.
Is that mean that we're still gonna have that? Monopoly concerns? Obviously, Netflix is a conglomerate. They get Warner Bros. Has a ton of properties. I mean, we're talking about from your DCs to your Harry Potters
Bugs
to
Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. I mean, there's and as it goes again across gaming and other things,
Yeah.
television. Big shows that they've got on there that they keep producing. House of the Dragon and Euphoria and other things that
Right.
are big names out there. So I understand it's a huge news. It's not fully done yet, but at this moment, the next thing that seems to be happening is Paramount also is putting out a huge bid to say we deserve to have this as well. So that's something a lot of people don't really know and hasn't been talked about a lot as well, because Paramount is trying to still get their name in there. At the
Hmm.
end of the day, this is something that they technically could, but obviously would be a huge deal for net for Warner to back out of a deal with Netflix after doing the respectable
Right.
handshake.
Yeah.
So in business, that's usually very rare. So it could happen, but it's very rare. I think Netflix will get it done. Um, I'll save my opinions. I want to hear what you have to say first, because
Um,
I think we talked a little bit about it.
man, that to me, straight up, that would be best case scenario if Netflix is able to just do it. Um, there's a lot of politics going on, especially behind the Paramount uh counter bid, which um doesn't bode particularly good for the Netflix deal. It is there is I it's this is not a politics podcast, straight up, right? But there is some shadiness happening on the Paramount part, and it's backed by the government, basically. Like there's no going around it. It is what it is, right? Ultimately, what they're after is CNN. CNN is still is part of Warner. They
Yeah.
want to turn CNN into a political arm of the people that are in power right now. That's basically what it is. But uh, Netflix doing it, to me would be best case scenario for Warner. Warner's been mismanaged for years, dude. That's why we have that video.
What are you doing?
That's why we have that video, man. Because it's been a while. It's been since Mustache Gate. I think that was probably the beginning of like the downfall of
Henry Cavill.
WB. Yeah, the Henry Cavill like mustache thing. Like it's been terrible, right? Um, in the last couple of years, it seems like they've been doing really well with their theatrical releases, the content on Max and DC. It seems like that's been in the last, I want to say, 2 years, solid. It's been ongoing, and I think they're doing a very good job there. When it comes to games, terrible.
Yeah.
WB Games is probably right now out of the major studios, because they are a major studio in gaming. They are
Yeah.
probably the worst managed studio out there. There it is atrocious how bad WB Games is being managed. So from my understanding is that Netflix doesn't really have uh, a lot of interest behind WB Games. They could very well offload it. That said, Netflix does have their own gaming thing, but they do partner with, the developer directly to have the game available on their service on the mobile devices and whatnot. And that's great. So I don't know exactly if Netflix has a need for WB games, but they could very well upload it. They could send it to you. Like, it's like, hey, PlayStation, you like this thing? Like, sure, and that could be it. Um, or like, well, not necessarily EA, but EA just got sold. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with EA. We gotta wait and see on that one. Um, and then yeah, man, that would have been best case scenario, dude. In my opinion, if like Netflix gets it, they have the bandwidth to get shows out there. They have the bandwidth to have the movies out there, um, and they Netflix, from what I understand, right? It is the case with at least from the interviews that I've seen with Guillermo del Toro about, talking about the Frankenstein. They respected his creative decisions all the way through. So
Yeah.
that's great, right?
Yeah.
And that was a problem with DC before. That's been corrected, and we would assume that he would continue under James Gunn over at WB Netflix or whatever it was going to be called, and we're gonna get whatever we're gonna get. Um, yeah, it's it's interesting. I just don't have a very good feeling about the Paramount thing. Like Paramount. See, the thing with Paramount is that ultimately, um, it's diminishing returns. People are not going to be there. Those people are not going to be there forever. They're going to be eventually. They're going to be held accountable for, whatever trash is going on. So, um, I don't think that is going to bode well for Paramount uh, at the end. But man, if that would be awesome if Netflix would get them. Like that'd be my thing. In a perfect world, all these studios would still operate independently,
Right.
right? And we still get all the Paramount and the Sonys and the WBs and all and the Disneys and all that stuff, like operating independently, like they used to, and they all do their content thing. Um, that's not it's not what it is now, right? It's it is what things have changed dramatically in the last 10 years. So but best case scenario again, I think that Netflix is the right fit, right? If they're up for sale, Netflix is the right fit. um I don't see Disney or making any moves for anything. I think Disney right now, dude, it's like Microsoft. They bought so much stuff they can't buy anything anymore. Or they're not willing to, right? At least not for, like, in the case of Microsoft with the Xbox, right? For gaming. I think they took the wallet away from Phil, and they that ship sailed. Uh, so it is what it is now with Xbox, and that'll be we'll see in the next few months here what comes out of that. But yeah, that would have been fine. I mean, Netflix said that they could still operate separately as a separate entity. They're not that they said that we're not going to absorb the app, which would have been fine because Disney did it with Hulu, right? They absorbed the app and they integrated it into their app, and you can just switch over to the Hulu section on Disney Plus. So that would have been fine. I mean, that still could be the case in the future, right? They may, that's something that may not be an immediate. Yeah, we got to do this, but eventually, they'll consolidate for sure. I mean, it'll cost them more money to operate both apps separately. So eventually, I'm sure that they would consolidate. But yeah, I mean, that's what I got. I mean, it's yeah, it would have been great if I was like, yeah, this is it's what it is, and gentleman's agreement. And I think that in this day and age, that's probably worth more than money. Uh, just because, like, if I would betray someone if I would make a gentleman's agreement with someone back in the 1960s, and um, the perfect example I can give you, Nintendo and Sony, right? There was a gentleman's agreement that Nintendo and Sony were going to work together into making a CD add-on for the SNES, or a CD-based system that would also play SNES games, and and then they get stabbed in the back, right? Like that. That was pretty public, right? But that wasn't known until years later. Now someone gets backstabbed that we know within minutes. It's like, man, it's crazy. So I just don't. It'd be a bad look on the part. I don't doubt it. I have no confidence on Saffron. So he could. I mean, we're already talking about poor ethics, so it wouldn't surprise me. But man, that's what I got, dude. That's how I feel about it.
So my feelings are a little bit different in a specific way, and it's really just the content. I do not believe that Netflix is the best home for Warner Brothers,
Okay.
and I don't think it's because I think it's because they both have two very different missions. I think Netflix has, in its own way, replaced traditional cable television from a programming standpoint. I'm not talking about necessarily like your news and that sort of thing, but like when it comes to like your cooking shows and your documentaries, and then your like ABC, NBC, CBS like weekly doctor show or whatever it is. Like you can get all those kinds of same things on Netflix plus more. Like they are trying to make something that has something for everybody. But in doing that, I believe that their mission is more about having a lot of flavors for everybody to have something that they can enjoy without actually trying to. They're like, how do I say this? They're like the Cheesecake Factory. You go to the Cheesecake Factory and you're going to have some good food. There's something for everybody. But the Cheesecake Factory is not a fine dining experience, but it's a good one. You know what you're going to get.
It's
That is
reliable.
something. It's reliable,
Yeah.
right? You're going to find something for you. You want a cheeseburger? You can have a cheeseburger. You want to have some salmon? You can have some salmon. They have something different there, right? Warner Brothers, in its past, and this is the thing they've struggled recently, why they're in the situation they are in now. They prided themselves on having not just the IPs, but the way they delivered on the IPs, the way that they said, we're going to give you these blockbuster films and blockbuster TV shows that when you watch this, the color grading, the acting, the costuming, the time of production, you would wait months, sometimes years to get sequels or to get continuations of seasons.
Yeah.
That's not Netflix. Outside of like your Stranger Things and some of like their big ones, they are turn and burn, turn and burn. And because of that, it feels like quantity over quality. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There are many things that you go through Netflix, there's something, but you're like, trash, trash, trash. Don't want to see, don't want to see. Okay, this is good. And I get concerned that Warner Brothers is going to get sucked into that with what they have existing. So that content standpoint is what I'm most concerned about. I believe if I was to suggest an alternative, and this is not going to happen, but I'm just saying this, I would have liked Apple to have got them. I think Apple
Okay.
would have been, if you watch any Apple
Okay.
TV and you look what they're doing, I think, yes, like they're more of a tech-based thing that's trying to get into content, and what they've done has been extremely successful.
Yeah.
I think if they would have brought on Warner between like their gaming side plus like what they've done
man.
with television and film. I mean, you talk from a film standpoint,
You have a
Killers of
great
the
point.
Flower Moon and these other big productions. I think that's the right home.
You have
I
a
don't
great-
think Netflix. I think Netflix is just they're not going to be bad, but I'm concerned that they're going to just take it on and it gets kind of shuffled into the deck. And like I don't want there to be DC shows that are like Netflix quality DC shows. I want DC shows that are going to feel like I want to see on Apple TV and some of these other ones. Like, I want to see quality behind it. And I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's my concerns.
Right.
So that's my devil's advocate,
Okay.
kind of my perspective on it
See,
from
like
that side, from a content.
I didn't even think of Apple when as like a content factory. It's like with like you don't really think about it because they're over here doing their thing. They're doing their thing quietly, right? Too, because like low key, some of the Apple TV stuff is really good. Like, but and you don't really think about it. That would have been, you know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. And
It was
Apple.
AT&T before. AT&T was not the move.
No,
We know
no, no,
that.
no, 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 not at all. And I think Apple would be a company that would also respect the legacy of WB.
Oh yeah,
Like with, you know,
they clean it up and
yeah,
keep legacy.
yeah. No, they would respect their legacy and they would bring back fan favorite. Like Apple's known for bringing back fan favorite stuff. They'll bring back Animaniacs and whatnot.
Right.
So I didn't think about that, but okay. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. I'll give you that.
That's why
Yeah. No, I agree. That would have been a good move. That would have been a good move. And also, Apple has cash in hand. Like they have,
Right.
like they have. They like Microsoft. Like Microsoft moved away from the content stuff, right?
Correct.
But Apple's still in it, and they
It'd be easy for them.
right, yeah, and they have cash, dude. Like
It's
they're lean.
capitalism, but it's what it is. Like I don't want Warner Brothers to have to be sold, but if
Yeah.
it has to be, that's the one that I'd want. So that's what it is.
Yep. Like, yeah, I know it's like what's really interesting is like, I remember there was some rumors that Sony might have been interested at some point, right? It was like early on, but the thing with Sony, dude, is that they found their niche, man. They basically own the anime market in the US.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they are balling, dude. With they
yeah, I
own
respect
the
it. I
anime.
respect it.
Yeah.
No, I respect
Like-
it honestly.
Yeah, like all this stuff, like they have to pay, like they basically own anime distribution in the U.S. and like Disney gotta pay him for like Hulu stuff, and Amazon's gotta pay him for stuff in their place. Like it's crazy, right? So they're doing their thing. They recently expanded their I guess part in Bandai Namco as well. So, you know, they're doing their thing. It's cool. But whew, it's a lot, dude. It's crazy. And then within hours of the announcement, we get that, oh, by the way, Universal's been talking to WB about bringing DC to the theme parks. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have seen that.
Yeah. So like Marvel
It's interesting.
superhero,
There's definitely
yeah.
a lot of deals going on with Warner
they,
right now.
They like my Universal really wants to get rid of Marvel superhero because Disney has been making it
Yeah,
increasingly
the money,
difficult to
yeah.
work with you know, like they don't want to work, like they want it, right? They want that. So they ultimately, I think Disney wants Marvel back in Florida because they need that fifth park, and they have to, and they cannot do it without Marvel. They have to have Marvel. So like even if they do like a you know whack deal with DC, and Universal gets, you know, the Hulk coaster gets repainted blue, and we get yellow and red cards, right? And we retheme Superman coaster, right?
Just painted over.
It's a Superman coaster. Take that you take that Spider-Man ride and you make it a Batman ride, like a dark ride, right?
Oh yeah.
See? Dude. Yeah. Super
gonna be
easy to
all
do.
rethemed.
Super easy to do.
The Hulk is gonna be, what's Hulk?
Well-
Clayface. I don't know. I don't know.
Bane.
Bane.
Bane. You get Bane. I was gonna say you get Bane from Batman and Robin. Bane from Batman and Robin.
Oh my God.
Flip table. No. So no, but they could retheme like a Superman coaster, and then you get the, you know, for Doctor Doom you get Darkseid's Boon Tube drop. So, you can easily retheme it, man. It's accessible. So, uh, Disney wants it, dude. They want Marvel, and they cannot do a fifth theme park without Marvel. So I'm sure they're trying their best. And if this happens, and then we get these properties into Universal and Disney's, that would reshape the face of theme parks more than Epic Universe.
That'd be
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because then you can expand Epic Universe and add more like superhero stuff to that area on top of, Superhero Island, and then whatever they have planned for Lost Continent that they haven't said. I mean, rumors still out there that it's going to be Zelda, but who knows? So that's it's going to be real interesting, sir. But yeah, dude, this is like freaking blockbuster news. Like the day after we did our
I
stream
know,
last
literally,
time,
like
it was like
we
that
started messaging each
morning
other,
at
like, "Can you see
7 o'clock
this?"
that morning, bro. And I was like, what the heck? And then we were early too, right? Because we were early last week, so we didn't catch it on time. So yeah, man. Very very interesting stuff. And I mean, I guess keeping it with WB today, they went ahead and dropped the trailer for Supergirl. Um, that looks okay. Doesn't really that
I don't
doesn't
know how
re-
the Warner Brothers
that
stuff's going.
that doesn't really move my needle too much, but it looks fun. Like the Street Fighter movie. It looked fun. Um yeah. So what do you think about that, dude?
So here's the thing. We all had that sense of what the storyline between the comic book, because they renamed it, right? Supergirl was originally gonna be Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, based off of the Woman of Tomorrow comic.
Right.
So if you know that, you have a loose idea of already what the story was going to be. Obviously, they dropped it, right? The name at least.
Yeah.
I think that was more for marketing, not because the story changed. That's an opinion, and when you watch a trailer, I think it confirms that. And then you also seeing the end of Superman as well, like the same thing again. Like you got an idea of, spoiler alert, how Supergirl
What the
is
character
being
will
brought
be.
into this world, right?
Right.
Like this, and I like that at least you got that tease and that flavor.
Yep.
It's very James Gunn. I know he's not the director behind this,
Yep.
but it's extremely James Gunn. There's moments in the trailer that felt like Star-Lord in Guardians of the Galaxy. She's like a female young, like a teenager girl, not
Yeah.
teenager, but like a young adult, because she's 23 and they say on
Right.
there, like a young adult version of like Peter Quill. And I'm not saying that he's trying to remake the same thing. It's just like you have to understand the creative minds behind these things.
Yeah.
And so like I like that they didn't do this with Superman, that they gave us something different there. But I felt like this was kind of inevitable in storyline. I don't know that it's fully the right way to go about it. I hope that she's not a party hardy girl the entire time. But it makes sense narratively that she starts this way, because the timing that she arrives and she develops and she becomes into the Supergirl that we know her to be, she is extremely depressed. She has gone through so much stuff. When she says, when they say it in the trailer, they say Krypton was destroyed in a day, and she says the gods were not that merciful,
Yeah.
or something along those lines.
Right.
And you understand, oh my goodness, she witnessed
Yeah,
death
she saw
after
it.
death.
Yeah, she saw
after
everything
death
happen, yeah.
And time. That would not make anyone, your only home, the only planet you live, you are the last. You think you're the last until you realize your cousin lives. And fully
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
heavy toll. So yeah, and didn't have parentage, to raise her and be with her in that moment. Like she had to go do this on her own. So there's a lot behind it there. I can't wait to see what they get to the heart of it. I hope that the heart of it stays really good, because that's what the best thing about Superman. Superman's being a good man.
Yeah.
So let's just wait and see.
Just a Momoa back in
cautiously
DC.
optimistic. Right,
Yeah,
right. Like
yeah.
I'm personally, I am cautious. I'm with you. Like it didn't move me to be like, this movie looks like the best thing. No, it didn't do that for me.
Yeah.
But I understand it, so I'm cautiously optimistic, and actually I need more trailers.
Yeah, I don't know. For sure. Yeah. Didn't do anything too crazy for me, but it looked fun. It looked fun. Jason Momoa's Lobo. I think that's a good bit of casting there. So, well, we'll wait and see. Sir, this week we have a celebration. It is the 10th anniversary of The Force Awakens. 10 years, sir, of the sequels. Whether you like it or not.
It's a great point, though. We have to look back.
We gotta, yeah.
Gotta be real. Listen,
I think The Force Awakens was a very safe, but good beginning to the sequel trilogy, and it went off the rails, but it was a good start. It's a good start. Yeah, I mean, looking back, I was really excited for it, and I remember going to the movie theater and watching it, and really, I enjoyed it quite a bit. It's just that it's a little bit of bittersweet, right? We never got the crew back together fully, and there were some choices made that were a little weird, but I think overall The Force Awakens is a decent Star Wars movie. And it's funny that we refer to Star Wars movies as Star Wars movies, because we know that as a movie they're not really that good. So that's what happened. That's what happens.
Category.
Yeah, that's what happens when you take your nostalgia glasses off. Yeah, right. It's like, hey, I'm looking at this objectively. So, yeah, I think it was competent, and I think that it was a good start. But, ultimately, I think the sequel trilogy was marred by like poor planning. I think they were too fast. They needed to take a step back and do proper planning, and do a story that would encompass. It's like, okay, this is where we want to start. This is where we want to finish. The in between, we can figure it out, right? But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. It was like, we'll figure it out as we go, and you can't do that. You can't do that. So, but yeah, I don't know if you saw that A New Hope. The original version is coming back to theaters
Yes.
in 2027
In 2027
for
right?
the 50th.
A
Yeah,
remastering and reread there. Like, let's be real, it's a cash grab. I'm not saying that the tech isn't increased on it, but
is
listen,
it coming out on
man,
Blu-ray? Is it coming out on 4K Blu-ray?
I'm sure
Like
it
the
will
OG
be.
ones.
It's still a cash grab, and I will spend my money and go sit in the theaters and
Do you know
watch
what?
it again.
I may.
They know.
Yeah.
They know. Come on,
I may take my
I ain't
kid.
gonna miss
Yeah,
this.
I may take my kid just to go watch it. Yeah, this would be my second time going to watch, because I watched the special editions back in the 90s when those came out in the movie theater. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. 50 years of Star Wars. It's like, and it's something that I've like, think about this, right? It's like, I've known Star Wars my entire life, and I was Star Wars was already 2 years old when I came around. So, yeah, it's fun to see Star Wars. I want. You know what? I want Star Wars to do good. I don't want Star Wars to stay stagnant. I want it to do good.
There's a reason we keep talking about it, and we don't always just talk about it negatively. Like, there are channels we talk about all the time. Like, all they do is just say, like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
We want to talk about things that we love. Star Wars is one of the things that we love. If you love something, you always want to see it rise to the occasion. And there is, pun intended, there is still hope.
Yeah,
for Star Wars. I believe it.
Joe, I don't want to go off the rails on this one, but have you noticed that, especially in geekdom YouTube channels, kind of like, we're not necessarily, we are a geekdom channel, because we talk about this, right? And we, you go to the cons, and then we go to the places, and we take video, and we post a thing, and we give the news, but we're not like posting every day, like we're not a fully dedicated
stories,
right?
Yeah.
Well, there's or
using real stories as well.
Yeah, And but we're not a dedicated channel where you can reliably come in every day and get your news, right? We'll give you the recap once a week, and then we'll come back, and then we'll come back every over Christmas. We're probably gonna be out for like 3 weeks. We're gonna take an extended hiatus and come back later in the year. But have you noticed how these some of these channels that do like content all the time, they do start pretty good and they peak, and when the channel starts going down, they start veering towards the grift. So like, have you noticed that most of them have done that?
That's easy. It's easy viewership. It's easy money. There's a lot of obvious
Clickbaiting, yeah, clickbaiting and rage baiting, and it's crazy, man. Like, I'm glad we've been able to stand our ground and not go into the grift.
We're not. We just talk about this stuff. Like anyone who knows me, like on a personal level, I don't just like, oh, let me slightly make a comment about politics. No, like I just like, this is the whole point of this thing is talk about things we love. I don't care what your background is. I don't know who you are. I don't care.
Stop making Star Wars. Stop making Star Wars political. It's like, bro,
always was.
It's been political always. Yeah, and a lot of those too. Like recently, I don't know why. It's like, where's your media literacy when you go? It's like, hey, like what you shouldn't have talked about politics in your Gundam video. It's like, bro, Gundam is 1,000,000% about politics.
But it's not, like, how do I say this? Any of those things 100% are, but it's not for us to take it and go, okay, now let's start doing a side-by-side comparison. It's for us to say, like, right, our past, our present, and our future, like, this is a societal, like, point and message being said. The battle between the light and dark, the battle between all these different things,
right,
like, you can try and turn it to what you want it to be and what you want it to believe, and we've seen that both on the political side. We're like, I'm actually this, I'm actually that. But if we look inwardly as a people, it's very special. That's why I think it's so powerful that the stories are being told.
Yeah, honestly. No, totally. It's like, yeah, why are you talking about politics in Attack on Titan? It's like, really, bro? Are you serious? It's like most of anime is, and yeah, man, I don't know. But yeah, man, it's like, I noticed that it's like, why does like a lot of these channels were like channels that I used to watch, and
yeah,
when did this go off the rails? And it goes back to, it's like, well, it's like when viewership started going down, then they started doing the clickbaiting and the rage baiting and all this stuff, and they know that these people will click, right? The people that they're specifically targeting to get their clicks from, like, they will click because they're super gullible. And hey, yeah, I'm not pointing fingers, right? But you should do some introspecting if you're clicking on these videos. It's like, sometimes we like to go a little bit more serious. It's like, but that's our serious topic for this time. But yeah, man, it's like, it's very, very strange that you'll get like this guy is like, hey, super crazy stuff. But yeah, dude. Just doing a scrub here to see what's happening with the Game Awards. But go ahead, sir.
You want really quickly? You mentioned to me in passing last we saw each other. It was about the Black Friday numbers for Xbox.
Yeah. There's no specific numbers, but allegedly, the PS5 was the highest selling piece of gaming hardware over the Black Friday weekend, followed by the Switch 2, and then what was the name of the thing? Hold on.
It's like the cube thing, whatever. Some, like, I don't know.
The next Playground. So the next Playground was third. They did not mention, those are the top three. We don't know where Xbox is. They did not say exactly.
Make it.
they did not say exactly where Xbox falls in that. I have heard no numbers for the ROG Ally either. This is not great. This is not great. I checked the last week of November sales for Japan, and 200 Xboxes were sold. So I don't know. I've seen some real nice cope out there. Like I've seen some real nice cope pictures, Joel, that if you see them, you'll laugh. It's like, man, look at the PlayStation section at Walmart. It's all stacked up. Look at it. It has a bunch of stuff. And then you look at the Xbox section, man, there's nothing. Like Xbox sold everything. It's like, no, that's not it.
That's not how it works. They're not stocking them.
Exactly. They're not stocking them. So people are like,
take them off the shelves,
bro.
Supply and demand.
The cope with the Xbox guys is real. Oh, yeah. I don't. No one pays me for nothing. So I'm not playing sides. I'm just saying that you're coping. Right.
We know.
I'm just saying that you're coping. I did think about pulling the trigger and getting a Switch 2, but it didn't pan out. Right. I guess we'll wait for next year. I did see a report today that Nintendo is already paying 41% more for memory on their consoles. So yeah, man. I should have gotten one, but I guess it is what it is. We'll wait for next year and see what happens. Maybe we'll wait until the whole RAM thing kind of like settles down, and I don't know exactly how much Nintendo is paying for what the production costs are for the Switch 2, but they're already that's why they increased the price on the regular Switch. It's because they need to subsidize the price on the Switch 2 and not have it go over. Like it's super smart, because they probably knew that this was going to be a problem. So and I guess what's the expectation? I think next they said it's going to be like this until next summer. I mean, some production runs for the entire year have already been bought up by like OpenAI and some other companies. Microsoft has been building data centers. Nvidia is saying that they're not selling memory to anyone. They're keeping their own memory for their own graphics cards. So yeah, how is this going to affect the price of the Steam machine? How is this going to be affecting the price for the Xbox, which I still stand is going to come out at the end of next year. And then after that, whatever PlayStation is cooking for the following year, which, I don't think PlayStation is going to do anything next year. They may tease the portable, but that's about it. Yeah, man, it's rough. It's rough with the whole memory situation. It's not great. It's not optimal. So, yeah, man, if you gotta switch.
Too much more to say on that one.
Yeah. If you gotta switch to, you're all set. But we'll see how that pans out next year for everyone else. It's basically what we have. Game Awards. Game Awards are still going on. We can probably just do a recap next week, and then next week we're gonna be back on Wednesday, and that's gonna be our last show of the year. So
last one of the year, guys.
So we may come back. We may come back the first week, the second week in January. So more likely the 7th.
Yeah.
We may push that. It all depends on
it all depends
how our work schedules are and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we'll figure something out. We'll keep you guys informed. And in the meantime, sir, where can people find us?
Thank you for staying tuned with us. We want to encourage you to stay tuned, stay subscribed to No Load Time. We're on podcast platforms of your choice, places like SoundCloud, Spotify, Amazon Music. Find us, subscribe to us, join us there. Additionally, you can follow us and subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. We're watching live when we go live for our show and all the videos from our channel. No Load Time on YouTube. Make sure you are subscribed, like the videos, drop a comment. That really helps us out. Additionally, you can follow us on social media at No Load Time. That's at No Load Time. All social handles you see down below if you're watching a video version. If you want to support our show financially, you can do that. Patreon.com/No Load Time. That's patreon.com/No Load Time. As low as $1 a month, you can support our show and be a producer. Shout out to producer Tony. And last but not least, if you have a question, comment, or feedback, you can write in the comments section, message us on social media, or email us. noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. And maybe, just maybe, we'll even talk about what you send in on a future episode. But thank you all so much. Look forward to being with you next week.
Thank you, guys. Stay safe. We will see you again next time.